Yo, welcome back to Moss Podcast, and today we're going to discuss this instrumental. And as soon as we heard it, what that meant for the rap game. Okay, if you don't realize already, we're talking about Kendrick Lamar's verse from Like That from Future's album We Don't Trust You. So now it's been a full year and a day actually, yeah. But the effects from this are still in effect. Had Kendrick Lamar coming out swinging, taking shots at Drake, and even Cole, my guy Cole, love Cole. I have to say that again, but he caught some strays as well. Okay, and he's basically turned the narrative on the whole big three. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna break it down, see what happened, why it mattered, and how it's changed rap in the last year. But please, if you haven't already, subscribe and share it on if you feel like this is gonna be something people like. But we'll get into that in the video. Okay, so we need to set the stage. Future Metro Boomin drop We Don't Trust You, the album, last March, okay? But it's still track 6 that we get Like That, which features Kendrick Lamar. And when we heard the verse, we all lost our minds. Whether you're a Kendrick fan, Drake fan, Cole fan, it was a great moment in hip hop history, okay? Kendrick's gone fully swinging at Drake, and Cole had some of the smoke to catch as well. But it wasn't random. It was a response that had been brewing over time. Really, if you think about it, it started from Control, but it spilled over 10 years after, into 2023, when we get First Person Shooter, which came on Drake's album For All the Dogs. So Cole dropped the line, love when they argued the hardest MC, is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We're the big three like we started the league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Now, very braggadocious bars from Cole, but really what it's saying is at this point, that they're the greatest ones. Just Cole thinks he's at the top of the mountain right now. Now, most people didn't take it as a diss and they thought he was embracing everyone. Kendrick, on the other hand, he weren't feeling it. Yeah, he's like, stop that noise. This is what's up. So we get Kendrick going on to F the big three. It's just big me. Okay, so now he scrapped the idea Cole's putting out there. Don't care if he rates Cole in one way, doesn't like Drake. All of them are secondary to him. He's the main guy, and that's what you're saying. He weren't nothing subtle about it. Straight to the point, so concise. And one thing I need to also emphasize that I think aided this was the production on Metro Boomin's side. This wasn't a small anthem that he created. He created the sonics, which were powerful, captivating. The instrumental itself is cold. The instrument itself was cold, but again, he specifically talks about Drake as well. I'm saying before all your dogs getting buried, there's a K. That's a K with all these lines. You're gonna see a pet cemetery, directly linking it to his album. We knew he was talking about. We know what you done, Kendrick. Greedy guy. Was top 3 not enough? But anyway, yeah. Kendrick was out for smoke. He wanted it all. Yeah. Kendrick thought there was sneak dissing going on a first person shooter, you know. I initially didn't see it. I can try and force a way to see it. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Cole and Drake were directly taking aim at Kendrick Lamar on that song and calling him out on his name? Was it the response we think he deserved from that? Yeah, because Kendrick thought they were clicking up. But again, I didn't see that, but I can, if I think about it, maybe I can force some lyrics from Cole when he says, hey, how the gang gotta wait for the bars, man, this is like a prison escape. Everybody step as well, F it, then everybody breakfast, and I'm about to clean up my plate. Everybody say that because, you know, Kendrick does take a long while between his albums, because if we go from, let's start Good Kid, Mad City's first studio album, go from that in 2012 to 2015, we get to Pimp a Butterfly, so that's 3 years. Then we have another 2 years for Damn in 2017. Then in 2017 we don't hear from him for another 5 years on his own project. Obviously had the Black Panther soundtrack, and he worked with J-Rock on his album intimately, but we didn't have anything specifically from him for a while. Okay, so then we had another 5 years. Then we have Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Now, Mr. Morale had mixed responses, yeah? And again, Kendrick doesn't do that many guest features, so actually hearing from him was long. So maybe that's where he starts to talk about how the gang's gotta wait for the bars. Feels like a prison escape, yeah? So that could link into it. And when obviously J. Cole talks about Steppers, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, that could maybe be linked towards Kendrick. And maybe that's what he felt. However, he didn't like it. And what that caused is something I'll talk about in the next video, but that caused a response from J. Cole himself. Okay, we'll get into that a bit more. But again, this whole social media frenzy caused by Kendrick Lamar set up so many debates. Now, it started the idea of, is Kendrick a one-trick pony? He can only get hot when he's causing controversy. I don't only think that, because Kendrick Lamar has obviously established himself as a top rap artist of all time through his albums. Now, yes, he doesn't drop as consistently as someone like a Drake, but his whole thing isn't to do with quantity, it's to do with the quality, and that's what people love from Kendrick Lamar. Okay, this warranted varied responses, but it seemed like at the time people were ganging up on Drake. Okay, it weren't just Kendrick Lamar. The whole concept for We Don't Trust You, Future had some bars for him. Okay, Metro had fallen out with him. We had the Rick Ross fallout. We had the Weeknd fallout. We had A$AP Rocky. All these people started coming into this battle who weren't directly involved, if we're being completely honest. You know what I mean? So when we look back now after the year, rap has become very competitive. There's been a lot of disunity, as much as some unity. We saw the whole West Side go out to support Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, off the back of this beef, if we're being honest, off the back of this beef, he was able to put out the song we're going to talk about in a future video, but also go on to host the Super Bowl halftime show. And that's a massive accomplishment. Whether we think it was hating, whether we think it's just the competitive spirit within hip-hop, we do understand that Kendrick was awarded so many things from that, and it changed the perception. Currently, numbers wise, they're calling him the top guy. He's in the public eye, he's an industry sweetheart, Kendrick Lamar is. And all these things are off the back of that. However, from what Kendrick Lamar said, F the big three, it's just big me. Is that the case now? Okay, I'm gonna have future videos about this. However, drop your thoughts in that comment section, yeah? Drop your thoughts, let me know what you're thinking. Is it all for the big three? Is it that it's still going to be the big three and there's nothing that can stop that, but Kendrick's having his time? Is it just who's rapping the best at the moment will take that place? Has Cole took himself out? We'll talk about a bit more about that in the next video. Obviously, if you're watching this, you know what happens next, but I don't want to do a whole segment on that, so you let me know your thoughts and your perspective. See you in the next time. Again, if you haven't, smash the like button, please. It helps me trying to get some more subscribers as well, so please subscribe if you haven't. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend again, and then tell that friend to come back and share it to the next friend. Okay, God bless you, take care, until the next time. It's Mass Podcast.